Hey y'all, when's the last time you went to Cracker Barrel being gluten-free? I can't remember the last time my wife and I ate there. There's just nothing there she can have. One of her favorite things from there is the hash brown casserole. Well, today we're gonna make a gluten-free version that you can have at home. It only takes a few minutes to throw together. There are ingredients you can find, and I actually make my own cream of chicken soup that goes in it, but if you don't want to do that, you can usually find a gluten-free version in the gluten-free section at Walmart. So I'll link below to any other brands that I can find for you guys. But in any case, my name's Jamie. I'm with SavorySaver, and I share gluten-free tips, tricks, and recipes to make your gluten-free lifestyle easier. So let's get started on this Copycat Cracker Barrel Hash Brown Casserole. Okay, so the first thing we want to do for our hash brown casserole is I've got half of a small onion that I've diced, and over on the stove I've melted 1 tablespoon of butter, and we want to saute the onion until it's soft. What I've found is that when we didn't do that, the onion stays half cooked, and I want it to be sweet and tender and almost melt in the casserole, so I like to saute mine. So we're going to saute that. You want to do that over medium heat for 3 to 4 minutes, just until it softens, and then we'll move forward with the recipe. Okay, our onions are almost finished, so we're going to move forward with the recipe because those will be done by the time we need them. So you want to take, these are frozen hash browns that I've thawed. If you need to take out a little bit of the moisture and liquid from them, you can drain them a little bit, but not too much. We don't want our casserole to be dry. So we want to put those in a bowl. Guys, this is pretty much a mix and dump. You mix everything together, put it in a casserole dish, and you're good to go. So we want to add that. And while we're waiting, we'll get our casserole dish ready. So I want to spray a 13 by 9 with a little bit of nonstick spray, or you could use softened butter, whatever you want to do. Now to our hash browns, we're going to add 1 container of sour cream. This is a 16-ounce container. Where I'm using light. You could use the full fat if you want. We've used both without any issues. We're going to add 1 can, if you can find the gluten-free cream of chicken. 1 can of that goes in here. If not, I'll link to the recipe of mine. We're going to add 1/2 of my recipe. I've actually made a double batch. We're going to add 1 melted stick of butter, unsalted or salted. We just want to make sure that if we use salted butter, we go a little less on our salt. We're going to add our sauteed onion. We're going to add a teaspoon of salt. We're going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. And we're going to add 2 cups of shredded cheese. And for some reason I have multiple bags open, so I'm going to use some Mexican style blend. I'm going to use some sharp cheddar, whatever kind of yellow cheese you have. And now we want to mix everything together. And it's going to take a minute because you want everything blended really well. So make sure you use a big bowl. Another thing you could do is you could mix everything in a bowl by itself except for the shredded potatoes, and then add the other mixture to the shredded potatoes. That way there your mix is all mixed well and you're just mixing it in with the potatoes. That would work great. Once this is all mixed, we're going to put it in the oven for about 45 minutes. So I've got the oven preheating to 350. That's Fahrenheit. This is a 13 by 9 casserole. And we're all set. We're just gonna pop this in the oven for 45 minutes and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, y'all. Our copycat gluten-free version of Cracker Barrel Hashbrown Casserole is done. I've already plated some up, so let's see if I can get you close enough to see it. Golden. It's got a little bit of crispness on the side. Now, I didn't put any extra cheese on the top. If you want extra cheese, by all means, go ahead and do that. Do it about the last 5 to 10 minutes so it all melts. Every once in a while we'll do that. This time I did not. Let's give it a try. So that cheese and that condensed soup that we made our own version of gives it a nice creamy texture. The onions in there, I can taste them, but they're not crunchy. They're cooked through because we sauteed them first. I really can't tell much of a difference from this and the Cracker Barrel version. You could totally add some extra stuff to it if you wanted. If you wanted to use garlic, you could put a little bit of garlic in there. Swap out the cheeses how you like. I used, 3 different kinds because I had multiple bags open. You could use all one kind of cheddar or Colby would be good in that. Guys, it's an easy recipe. I hope you give this a try. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.